It's bittersweet to see the end of garden season. On one hand, you're excited that you were able to grow some amazing fruits and vegetables, but on the other hand, I mean, that's it. It's getting cold. So let's get started on 5 things you need to do in order to get your garden prepared for the winter. Hey, Tori here with Toth.com, the place to be to create a home buyers or anyone for that matter will find irresistible. So let's get your garden prepared, winterized, and ready for next spring so it's even less work for you to do. So the first thing you need to do is really go through all the plants and pick any other vegetables and fruits that you can enjoy throughout the winter. So a lot of the stuff that we grew here this year, cucumbers, they were amazing. They taste so good. Heirloom tomatoes we've got some jalapenos, some other nice spicy peppers, even some green peppers, although these aren't really going to be growing anymore.
You know what? This is the last one. So I'm going to add that one in.
There we go. We've got a nice big green pepper.
Just add that one.
Okay, once you've got everything picked, the next thing you're going to want to do is actually go through the plants. Start removing plants that are diseased or maybe you feel aren't strong enough. The other ones you can put into your compost. This way, they start the season again.
Yep.
Now for us, we don't have enough space to actually do our own compost. Usually what we do is buy some Miracle-Gro organic soil and things like that to use in our smaller garden. But if you do have a bigger garden, of course you can compost a lot of this stuff and it actually brings back the nutrients for newer soil that you decide to put on
the new year
on your garden. If you have any posts or anything that was actually helping your plants kind of stay upright, make sure that you take these out as well. However, don't throw them out because you can most likely reuse them once again.
Absolutely.
Once you've pulled all the big plants out, the next thing you're going to want to do is actually pull out any of the weeds that are still in the soil. So you can use a rake to help you kind of get all the weeds out and to level your garden soil once again. Now is also a good time to test your soil just to see if it is lacking any nutrients. This way you can either add lime or fertilizer to your soil now, so it'll be in a much better state come spring. We're going to test the pH of our soil, and what you do is follow the instruction of your testing gear, but where you have to fill the soil up to this line and then put in the contents of this capsule and then fill the rest with water, and let's see what happens. So check it out. I mean, our water is green here, so that's saying it's neutral. So we're in pretty good condition. We are gonna just lime the garden soil lightly just to bring back those nutrients. Lime is a fertilizer that does work throughout the entire winter, so we're not gonna lose it, or it's not gonna dissipate with all the freeze and the water that happens throughout the season. We've removed the plants, we've removed any of the weeds, we've tested the soil, and now before we put a layer of soil back on and lime it, what we wanted to do was just put a few of the seeds from the vegetables that we planted here back into the ground to see if they will actually replant, because a lot of times it actually does come back in spring. Once you put a thin layer of compost or organic soil back over top of your garden base, the next thing you're going to want to do is lime. And this again is just gonna bring back the nutrients of all the soil, you know, make sure that it's ready to go come spring. Thing that you should consider once you've cleaned out your beds is determine if that was sufficient enough room for your garden, or do you want to add more or plant something new next year and need more space. So take the time now and really plan your garden, plan what you're thinking about growing for next year. So these are the steps you have to take in order to winterize your garden. You could do one other thing after your first freeze, and that's put a thin layer of mulch on top of the soil. This way it helps with water drainage, as well as make sure all the nutrients stay secure in this soil throughout that winter season. All right, guys, so for more home staging, gardening, and decorating tips, please be sure to go check out our website, www.toriToth.com. Make sure you subscribe below, and you can go check out this next video on gardening here. See you next time. Bye.